I'm not going to lie. Right there. Can everybody see that okay? Yeah. Good.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. Well, maybe. Is anybody else having technology issues but me? Is it okay? Thank you. My messenger today, you know how my family has messenger and we'll talk all day. It started scrolling backwards. Like every time somebody would put like send me a message, it would scroll backwards. It was just bizarre. All right, I'm gonna hit this.
Oh, it didn't work.
Okay. Right, you talk.
Healing space. We have a quote. In February, there is everything to hope for and nothing to regret. Patience strong. It's pretty good.
That's
Hope
what
for
I
the
need.
future. And there you go. Hope for the future, nothing to regret. It's too early in the year. So February comes from the Latin word febura, which means to cleanse, a month-long festival of purification and atonement. And what a way to start the year, second month of the year. It is a time for intense spiritual purification and renewal, a season for inner cleansing of the both of the mind and the body, a time for love and emotional connection, whether it's romantic, familiar, your family, for someone in your family, or yourself, especially yourself. It's a time to seek to maintain stability and calm and to focus on inner growth and self-discovery.
I was reading all of this and I thought, there is so much that happens in February.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the busiest month as far as holidays and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, so how are we supposed to purify when we're busy eating all that chocolate and having that red wine and stuff?
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
And it's the shortest month.
All right, so here we go. Which image is calling you today? So you're welcome to put it in the chat. Take a minute, really look at each one and see which one your eye keeps being drawn to. So these are images of February. And I know some of you are going to say, well, I can't pick just one, so I have to pick two. That's all right. You do you. I'll go up here and see what you guys are saying. Okay, Sheeta wants white flowers or jumping for joy. Tammy wants the flyer. Barb wants the flyer. Rachel, you and me, girl. Wine glasses with the heart. And oh, Misty wants Washington. All right. Johnette, welcome. We're just picking an image, and you're welcome to put it into the chat if you want. What are you picking, Della?
The flyer.
The flyer. Wow, that's a popular one. All right, you guys ready? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That should have gave me a thumbs up. Okay, so if you picked the wine and the chocolate, here's your message. You're in need of some together time. Close friend or a nice bottle of wine or both. Add chocolate. All right, so Misty picked Washington. You are worrying too much. Time to turn off the news and repeat after me. All shall be well. It's time for you to go into your witness perch. A lot of you picked the flyer, which actually, did you know that this is a leap year?
Yeah.
So this is the leaper. It's time. Jump and the net. Didn't you get this last month? Trust your gut to guide you to the next mountain. You got this. And nobody picked the groundhog. Why?
But he's really cute.
Very
I
small.
almost did because I thought it was a beaver, and that was the card I pulled today. And then I thought, oh, that's not a beaver, that's a groundhog.
Yeah,
I'm kind of all three, the leap, the groundhog, and the flowers.
okay.
I
Alright,
can't
well,
really decide anymore.
well, look, the groundhog says you are bored. No, really. Scrolling and looking for cute little animals does not make a life. This is why nobody picked this one. That was my booby prize. Time to find something new. And then the snowdrops, these are lilies of the valley. So you're longing for new growth and new life. You planted some seeds a while back. Check on them. Maybe they need some water, or maybe you need some water, or maybe you need to bee buy some water. And I think it's interesting. Yeah, that's you, Rachel. Nobody picked this guy, which is the hermit card. You need some alone time. Maybe you guys have had too much deep, quiet reflection. Maybe too much rest, isolate. So there you have it. Did any of that ring true for anybody? Yeah. Yeah, good. All right. So there we go.
Me? Oh. Okay, favorite healing space. Is that Imbolc?
Imbolc.
Imbolc. See, I don't know what that is. Saint Brigid Day is February 1st. Bridget?
Yep, Saint Bridget.
Saint Bridget Day is February 1st and 2nd. The Chinese Year of the Dragon begins on February 10th. Shrove Tuesday, Mardi Gras. Ooh, have those pancakes is on February 13th. Lent begins on Ash Wednesday. Ooh. Ooh.
On
Oh,
Valentine's Day.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, choose what you're giving up very carefully.
If you choose candy, don't include chocolate.
Right.
That's right. The dolphin is the spirit animal for February. The flowers are violets. The February full moon on the 24th is known as the snow moon, aka the storm or hunger moon.
The hunger moon, because this is when people were starving. Because their reserves over the winter wouldn't like last. And then there's always like a big storm on the full moon on the 24th. Like historically, the full moon in February is always the biggest time of snow and storms.
So we have that to look forward to.
Right. But I'm sure we have plenty of food, so we won't worry about it.
So we won't be hungry.
Right.
The Celtic moon cycle is the 21st of January through the 17th of February. Rowan moon is the 18th of February through the 17th of March.
Yeah.
And it's the ash moon.
Yeah, we get two of them.
We get two. Yeah. And the color for this month is pink, and the gemstone is the amethyst.
Yay. So here's our dolphin. Dolphins all about playfulness, and those of you that needed to get to the water, this is why you need to go visit a dolphin. They're all. Does anybody have dolphin as their spirit animal? Like feel like that's your spirit animal? No. Interesting.
does it count that
I like dolphins a
the
lot. I
ex-husband's
definitely want to swim with
animal?
one on my bucket list.
Okay. What did you say, Misty? Finish what you were saying.
Sorry, I was going to type it in the chat. What if my soon-to-be ex-husband's spirit animal is a dolphin? Does that count for me? That doesn't count for me.
No, no, and I don't think we should even talk about that. I think that means this is his month. So the animal of the seas and oceans is joyful, graceful, compassionate, intelligent, generous. It's a lot. Like you think about it, if you ever sit at the ocean and you watch the dolphins, which I do almost every day when I'm up there, um, it's amazing to me how many things we attribute to animals. Like just watching the dolphin go, and it doesn't seem far fetched. I mean, it is a very graceful,
Mhm.
intelligent fish. So it's very positive and a symbol of love, life, and joy. So this month, even if it's not your spirit animal, you should look to the dolphin if you're looking for these qualities.
All right, pink. I want everybody to just take a minute and close your eyes and just think of the color pink, whether it's a piece of fabric, crayon, piece of paper, crystal. Just think of pink. Now open your eyes. How do you feel? Now let's look what pink is about. It's associated with love, nurture, compassion, femininity. Just think about how you were feeling when you were thinking about that color pink and maybe seeing it in your eyes. See if any of this rings true. Did you feel more kind, comforted? Did you feel more accepted, friendly, or playful, joyful, or warm? Did you feel a little more intuitive, youthful, sweet, or happy, or excited? In feng shui, pink is used to activate self love, softness, or attract a relationship. And the phrase, not too often heard, in the pink, is said to mean being in good health. So just think about that. Did you feel, when you were thinking about that color pink with your eyes closed, did you feel more fun? Did you feel more playful? What did you feel? Nurturing. Another thing I want to say is if you look at the color for this month and how it relates to the dolphin, because we see some of the same words, playful, joy, compassion, love. So it's all connected. Our spirit animal and our color, all connected together.
It is amazing when you close your eyes and think of pink, how instantly you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you're, because I'll tell you what, there has been no sun here at all since I've gotten here. It's just
Cloudy.
instantly gray. And it was funny the minute the I thought of pink, I was like, oh, hey, like it's weird that colors
Can do that.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Colors are fun. All right, our gemstone for this month is amethyst. Amethyst is a protective stone. It's good for intuition and inner strength. It's seen as a stone of peace. In ancient Egypt, they used amethyst and amulets as a form of prayer and to protect against harm. Amethyst is good for courage and decision making and meditating. If you ever, what do I do with it? I don't know. I bought a crystal. I bought an amethyst, and I was going to show you, but now, of course, I don't know. I may have left it in the car, as a matter of fact. Anyway, but amethyst, I was gonna say, you kind of hold it, and it's one of those crystals. It's a good all-around crystal, but just holding it and taking a moment to just breathe and meditate can help bring you to a place of clarity and calmness of your mind. Can help balance you. But if you have an amethyst, just hold it, just like closing your eyes and thinking of pink. Just hold the amethyst in your hand or put it on your head or on your heart and just see if that what that does for you, if it makes a difference in how you're feeling, or if you're meditating, if it brings you a little bit more clarity or anything. Amethyst is also good for boosting your immune system. It's good for a deeper sleep and for reducing negative energy influence. And amethyst is said to help the mind flow freely, both mentally and metaphysical dimensions.
you can also chant with an amethyst. If you hold an amethyst, and you can hold it anywhere, you can put it on. I like it on my third eye because because it really is helpful with intuition.
Mhm.
But if you can hold it and chant ah, ah, and you just keep chanting ah over and over again until you start yawning, it will change your chakras. It'll line everything up. Amethyst is a great crown chakra stone too. So just try it sometime. Just ah. Okay. I got you, and I got nowhere to put these guys. I'll put them over here.
Oh, all right. The chakras for February. So going back to our color and our gemstone. So pink, and that's associated with the heart, the Anahata chakra. And it's said that when the heart is actualized, it is said that when the heart is actualized, that's the pink. That's when you use the pink because traditionally it's green. The green will change to pink. Yeah, the heart chakra is right. Is normally the green,
Right.
but yes. So when it's actualized, it turns pink because it's the heart related to the heart.
Or when you love yourself, the green color changes to pink.
It is located, of course, in the center of the chest. So our mudra is the Padma lotus mudra, and it's by connecting your pinky fingers and your thumbs together, and then you spread the rest of your fingers out. So it's like looking like a lotus. So something I know that we do
All the time.
all the time in Kundalini is, yep,
This will get your heart rate up. So you're
Yep.
just sending petals out.
yes.
Do it for
So just
3
check it.
minutes. 3 minutes and breathe. It'll change your world.
You're like collecting that energy and sending it out to the world. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, and also the color of the hand chakra specifically centers the palm, centers of the palm. Yes. So everybody, when you get a chance, try this. You go back, just see, like Linda said, do it for 3 minutes and just see how you feel. It's kind of like a meditation too. So also amethyst, the gemstone, like Linda said, it's associated with the crown chakra, the Muladhara chakra. It's located at the top of the head. And the mudra for this one is the Mahayari chakra. Mudra, so I mean, you take your hands and you clasp them together, and you take your pinky fingers and you extend them up, and you just hold it like at your stomach, like right below your chest. And your arms are just extended out, like in the picture.
Boy, that's instantly calming.
Mhm.
I really like that one. No, I don't know what's next. Okay. Imbolc. Does anybody have you heard of Imbolc?
I had. Didn't even know how to pronounce it.
I know Rachel has.
Oh, look, Rachel's turning. She has
Yeah.
something.
She's got her books that I still haven't ordered yet.
I have my books, but I also have Bridget on my wall.
Do you?
Mhm.
Wait, I can't. Can you show us that again?
Yeah, I gotta turn the light off because that's why you couldn't see it on.
Can y'all see Rachel?
There we go. See her behind the flowers. Hold on. Move my flowers.
No? Huh.
Yeah. They say that Saint Bridget is like Saint Patrick. Everybody knows Saint Patrick's Day. Saint Bridget is like this close to passing Saint Patrick. She's very compassionate. They think that if you like go and you do any research into Bridget, she actually was the midwife for Jesus. She helped Mary deliver Jesus. I mean, come on. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
look. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. She's a fire goddess, which I like.
Mhm.
So, we have, and I'm going to go to the next page just to show you what I'm talking about. We've been kind of working on this. So, the wheel of the year is what we've been happening with our healing space. And so, I believe we started healing space in the autumn, right?
Mhm.
And so we talked about Mabon, and then we went into Samhain or Samhain. I always want to say Samhain, and
Yep,
it's not,
that's what it
but it's
looks like.
Samhain, which is sort of Halloween. And then we went into Yule. And so the next period of time in the wheel of the year is Imbolc. And it's all about the fact that spring is going to come. It absolutely is going to come. And they say it's a good time to take a purifying bath. Remember what Della said in the beginning, February is a purifying month. You can plant some seeds. I would suggest if you live in Maryland, you should plant them inside.
Mhm.
I wouldn't plant them outside right now. And you want to try to celebrate the lengthening of the days. I don't know if you guys noticed that it is staying a little lighter. This is what I love about being a yoga teacher. I've had a 4:45 class Monday and Wednesdays for 20 years now. And I can tell where the light is by that class. When we get to the darkest of dark, the class starts out in the dark. And now when it takes it about halfway through, we're starting to see light. So this story is the crone of winter is reborn as the virgin. So, we have the maiden mother crone that keeps playing out over and over again. You want to light candles to represent the return of the sun. Known to the Celts as Brigid, she was a fire goddess, and one of her main aspects was she was a healer. And so all Reiki healers should definitely honor Saint Bridget. She became Saint Bridget when the Catholics decided to take over the pagan rituals. They call it Candlemas, and that's because the priest would bless all the candles for the year on Imbolc. And they decided not to call it Imbolc anymore because, that was too pagan. It also is said that the weather at Candlemas forecasts the climate for the next 6 weeks. In North America, we decided to call this Groundhog Day. So all this happens tomorrow. In Ireland, it's traditional to make a Bridget's cross to hang on your doors or windows for the year, and it protects you. And then you burn it and you replace it at the next Imbolc. So this is the cross. And down here, I've put, and I'll send this to you where you can just copy and paste, where you can learn how to make this cross. Have you ever made one, Rachel? No? It's not hard, it's just intricate. So I love this version of it because it's this good Irish guy with a brogue that tells you all about what you're supposed to do. You notice my brogue was not as good.
You can't see it, but I purchased a teeny tiny metal version of it, and I put that with the framed Bridget portrait. So I have a little metal Bridget's cross on there, but I've never made one.
Why does she speak to you, Rachel?
Before I got into this world at all, I grabbed the word Brigandu, which is the French version of her name, because she was the goddess of poetry also. I felt very connected to her. And I think I shared this story before, Linda, but like when I almost died when I was 15 years old, I had a bit of a rebellious streak shortly after. And in a dream, Brigid came to me in the light and was calling me back in and reminding me I had more work to do. And so it was interesting, a big interesting moment for me. And I just that's when I found the term Brigandu, and I held on to that for a long time until I learned more and learned exactly who that was,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very cool. I think 2-3 years, no, probably longer. Okay, we always have to like subtract 3 years from everything because so probably like 6 years ago, the Dalai Lama came to the University of Maryland. I don't know if anybody got to go there. I actually got to go see him. And it was right around this time, and he actually had the cross that he had pictures of himself with it. So it was very, very cool. So I'm going back because there was some stuff here that we missed here. How do we find our spirit animal? There's a meditation that you can do. I'll send you the link, Ashita. You can do it online, or we can do it together sometime. I'm just reading through here. The flowers and yes.
I heard Aerosmith sing.
Aerosmith singing about their favorite color.
Pink. It's their favorite color.
And then rose quartz, Ashita, is a good crystal for February, I think. But I don't know. I always think of rose quartz as October.
October, me too.
I don't know why. There's just something about it. So, so sorry about that, guys. I forget to look at the chat. So after Imbolc, we'll be talking about Ostara, which is Easter. We also have the Chinese New Year. So what I was saying when I was working on this, I'm like, my gosh, there is so much. And so I'm not going to read all of this, obviously, but it is the year of the wood dragon. And I was really excited about this because, you know, I'm about to be a grandma to a wood dragon. And, you know, my daughter she was a pistol when she was a baby. I always say my hair turned gray because of my daughter. And I just think it's just so right that she's going to have a wood dragon because dragons are like, so it'll be fun. So for everybody, the year of the dragon is considered a lucky year. It's all about being bold. It's all about being focused. Like if you just started a business, like I know Johnette did, this is the year to really be bold with that business, to really focus on what you're doing. You can tap into the spirit of the dragon. Dragons are just so charismatic. They can also be a little arrogant and hot-headed, so we're going to have to watch those tendencies. A wood dragon year is going to bring good fortune, action, and expansion. The problem is if you like a slow pace, this might not be your happiest time. And we've told you that, you know, Uranus just went direct on Monday, I think. And so all planets are direct right now. And so it's interesting to me that now we're going also into dragon. So there's going to be a whole lot. You want to have yourself together. You don't want to wing it. If you're a person that just likes to wing it and see what happens, this is not your year. You need to change that. Bring your A game and show that you're not just a hard worker, but you're also a winner. This is great for people that have a competitive spirit if they can tap into it. So how many of you know what your Chinese sign is, zodiac sign is? Okay, so you do. And if you don't know, I've put down here at the bottom, there's a link to where I grabbed some of this copy for you. So you can see, like if you're a rooster, a monkey, or a pig, you're going to have a great year. Oh, are you, Leslie? Which are you? You're a rooster? Oh, a monkey. All right, good. I'm an ox. So they say I'm going to have a challenging year. And here's the problem. Barry's a dog. So
no.
we're going to have a tough time. It was funny, the tiger, snake, and horse. My son's a tiger. My son-in-law is a snake, and my daughter is a horse.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to have to play second banana because you know there's a baby coming. Any rats or sheep? Would you admit to it? What are you, Rachel? You're a sheep?
I'm a sheep. I mean,
You're a
Rachel
sheep.
means you, like a female, right? Like, so, like it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. You know, it's funny too, Rachel, because they say that oxes and sheep don't get along, and you're one of my favorite people. So how is that possible? So maybe all this is just a bunch of bunk. What do we
Maybe,
think?
maybe it's because I'm only 11 days away from next year. Mm,
Oh, look, Barb's a dragon. Hey,
Oh,
Barb.
wow.
Barb.
Wow. So, Ashita, you're the same year as my daughter, so you're a horse. Johnette's a rabbit. Oh, yeah, you're gonna be with me having a hard time. And Tammy's a snake. Yeah, this year has been packed. I can't even. So I'm
I
about
want
to
to know
tell
what my
you.
lucky month is.
Pardon me?
I want to know what my lucky month is. It
Yeah.
says the popping up for surprise victories during their lucky months.
Okay. If you go to that article, it
Yeah.
tells you, it breaks it down. Yeah, I didn't have enough room to put everything. So
Of course.
it
Awesome.
has been. It's just going to be. So It's easier if we know that it's just going to be a year. All right, here we go. Something more peaceful.
Okay, yes, aromatherapy, So one thing about this month, well, this we all know, it's the same thing. We always say use it as a room spray or diffuser. You can put it for a room spray, you can put it in a small bottle, add 2 tablespoons of the vodka, the filtered water, and then put the essential oil, shake well and spray. And for the diffuser, just add the oils to your water in your diffuser and let it go.
Yeah.
So, our blends for this month, me.
Yes.
Refresh me, love me, cleanse me, or cleanse me. So, here you have it. So, for our refreshing scent, we're having grapefruit, peppermint, and rosemary.
Ooh, that's heady.
I know. That's refreshing.
Yeah.
The Love Me, cinnamon, lang lang, and lavender. And the first cleanse me is lemon, peppermint, and lavender, and the second one is rosemary, orange, and lemon. So
No, Rachel, can't have the cleanse me too.
that's why there's the cleanse me one.
Cleanse me one.
Yeah.
That refresher is gonna make your eyes water. I'll tell you that.
But it'll be good.
It'll be really
It's gonna be good for you.
Yeah, but it's gonna make your eyes water.
It'll be all right. I promise.
All right, so we have the 2 Celtic moons this month. And you know what's interesting is that rowan tree is also known as mountain ash. And the second tree is the ash tree. It's just the rowan one likes to be on craggy mountains. Um, so these are, I have the picture in the background to show you what the leaves look like. You should be able to find these around here if you're interested. And if you can find the berries, they're red berries. And if you look at them, they have a natural pentagram at their base. And so a lot of people get freaked out about, pentagrams. They think, oh, God, it's witches and all of that. The pentagram is just a symbol of the womb of the earth goddess, but also of protection. Excuse me, the 5 star represent the 5 elements: earth, water, fire. And so that's what it's all about. Like if you were going to be someone who likes to cast spells, the first thing you would do is draw a big star to call in the spirit of the elements, and then put a big circle of salt or something like that around it, to almost sort of like as we were talking about last month, putting that salt around your house to say nothing can penetrate that circle. So these trees are associated with healing and protection. They used to hang them in cattle barns to protect livestock, the berries. They used to think that, when everybody was terrified of witches, they used to think that the witches would make the cows not be able to milk anymore. So they would put these rowan berries to make sure that they were protected from the sorcery. The name Rowan comes from the same root as the word rune. Has anybody ever played with runes? They're like little stones that have symbols on them. If you can find runes that are made from rowan wood, they are really, really powerful. So if you haven't ever seen runes, I have a set here. So if you're coming to Seekers next week, I'm happy to share them. But mine are made of amethyst. So like they're perfect for February. So we might play with them at Seekers next week. So the second half of the month is the ash moon. And this is all about how the ice used to thaw during the ash moon, and then people would come out of their homes for the very first time. You got to figure, if you don't have heat and you don't have a grocery store and you don't have a car, you're pretty much just going to hunker down for the winter. And so this period of time is when you would start to come out. So this month is linked with journeys, and the ash moon focuses on transformation, moving you to a new space, physically or spiritually. So if you're looking for a new house, a new home, this is when you want to move. Just pack it up and do it right now. Or wait till the 18th. It's a magical tree in Greece. They were sacred to Poseidon, the god of the sea. And so they would make charms out of the wood to protect you against drowning. So the sailors would all have these little charms that they would make. It's all about healing. If your child was sick, do you guys ever hear of a blessing way? Where your community would come together to try to bless the child. They would bless pregnant women and all of that. They would take ash branches and have the child go through to clear the sickness off of them. And then they would leave a bowl of water and, oh, I got a typo there, ash leaves by the sick bed. And that was to speed their recovery. But the best thing you can do with ash wood is to make a healing wand. So, you know, if you want a magic wand, I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't want one? So find an ash tree, grab a branch, and then abracadabra your anything you want. And that's supposed to say leaves, and I was in a hurry today. So all right. So the best thing you can do during the ash moon is to do a walking meditation. How many? Come on, show of hands. How many have felt like they need this smudge stick?
Absolutely.
Especially this year. I mean, come on,
Absolutely.
2024 coming up. This is what we need. So you're going to light a smudge stick. It doesn't have to be this long, and you can use Palo Santo. You can also, has anybody ever made a smudge stick? You can gather sweetgrass, sage, lavender, flowers, all of that, and you just wrap it up and set it on fire. So you're going to direct the smoke around your body, taking the time to cleanse your aura, and ask spirit to walk on the journey with you, and may each step be sacred. And then go take a walk. At that point, everything on your journey is going to have a message for you. So you want to make sure that you're not, you know, a lot of times, and Barry and I kind of have a little to do about this. When was the last time you just took a walk for the sheer pleasure of wandering? Most of us, when we take a walk, it's because we think we need some exercise. Our doctor told us to move. And so we walk real quick. This is not what you want to do here. You want to wander because you're looking for messages. You've already asked spirit to walk on the journey with you. So you stroll. You know, all that wander are not lost, right? So just let yourself be guided. And I know most of you have some really intense intuition. So this would be something that would be very important for you to try. When you get back, write down any animals you encounter and any unusual sights or flashes of intuition, and just keep it with you to see what transpires. If you see an ash tree, make a magic one. Sound good? Wouldn't it be fun if we could all do this together?
It would.
We'll see what the weather's like next week. We might, well, we won't quite be to February yet. Well,
Oh, it won't be this
yeah.
late in February.
Well, we'll see. Tammy looks like, I'm not going for a walk.
The bundle up.
Can that be on a
Alright.
Saturday or a Sunday
It's I'm sorry, it's a Wednesday night.
only?
Only. Oh, Misty, your son has a rune tattoo. Very cool. I'm just reading back here. Yeah, Rowan is runes. It comes from runes. Well, really neat, Rachel. So here, before we go into this affirmation, Della has a great meditation for us to do. And I think that it would be nice to do the meditation first, and then we'll go into the affirmation. So I want everybody to take a few minutes to go gather what you need to feel relaxed. So maybe you need a blanket, maybe you need a pillow, an eye pillow. Maybe you need a more comfy space. So take a few minutes. I'm going to mute us for a sec. Okay, everybody ready? I'll take you guys bigger.
Okay. So I'm just going to start off and read this. So, self-love meditation. Let the love wash over you. You are an amazing woman of light, just the way you are now. You do not need to be anything more or do anything more to be worthy of your love. You simply must receive the love you deserve. So, the intention of today's self-love meditation is to shower yourself with love, without conditions, without limits, and with an immense amount of grace and tenderness. So let's begin. Let yourself settle, inviting your body to relax into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and let yourself turn inward. Listen to the soft songs of your breathing. In your nose and out of your nose. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel the rise and fall of your chest as you inhale and exhale. Relax into the self-love meditation. Notice your body releasing any tension it may feel. In your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax your arms, your chest, your legs, your hands, and your feet. Feel yourself settle deeper into this comfort, deeper into relaxation as you settle into this self-love meditation. Now imagine you're standing in a patch of soft green grass. You are alone, but you're safe. You can smell the fresh scent of flowers and earth all around you. You can feel the sun warming your skin. The air around you feels marvelous as it dances with your skin. Take a deep breath in. Let the fresh air fill your chest. Expand your belly. Now, as you exhale, let yourself relax a little deeper into this self-love meditation. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. You see the clouds slowly roll in and feel little droplets of rain starting to hit your skin. The raindrops are just as cool, just a little cool, but so refreshing. You let your head fall back, your arms stretch out to the side, and sink into this self-love that you're feeling. Open yourself to receive the rain. And as you feel the raindrops on your body, let yourself receive the words you hear from inside of you. Let these words shower you with love, just like the raindrops. I love you. You are extraordinary. I love your body. I love your laugh. I love your tears. I love your ambition. And your desire for ease. I love your ideas. And your kind heart. I love your mistakes. And all of your dark parts. I love everything about you. And even though you are constantly evolving, shedding old habits, attitudes, or characteristics that no longer serve you, even though you are always a work in progress. I love you just the way you are. Here you are, beautiful, beautifully imperfect, and covered in raindrops of love from yourself. You are worthy of every word, every drop, just the way you are. Namaste, beautiful. A few moments, breathe that in. Feel those raindrops of love. And I'm going to read through some affirmations that you can think about during this time too. I am at peace in mind, body, and soul. I feel lighter, brighter, and more positive with each breath. I release any energies that no longer serve me. I am grateful to be the person I am. I love each part of myself. Just allow yourself to breathe in those affirmations. And remember, you can use one, all, or as many as you want to focus on this month. As you continue giving yourself that self-love.
And so just gradually bring yourself back. Take a couple deep breaths. So these are all the things we didn't talk about. But what I want to draw your attention to while you're still in this loving space is the Random Acts of Kindness Week. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of that before, but it goes February 14th to the 20th. And I think that's a really great idea, especially all those people that are doing Lent and feeling a little grumpy. Let's go ahead and do some random acts of kindness for them. And now I'm going to bring us out of this because I have a couple of questions for you. So, how many had trouble with the meditation and the actual accepting that kind of love? You can just unmute and talk if you'd like. Go ahead, Rachel. Yeah.
Me, but I think like I'm in a weird spot this week and last week, and kind of with this last full moon, it's been, or moon cycle, it's all been about um bringing up and releasing, you know, my own traumas, my family historical trauma, like, and so I've been in like a weird space. So today my energy is in a bit of a lower vibration, and so I felt it was harder for me to receive it. I don't know that it would be that way every day, but definitely I think as I'm in this moment, it was harder for me.
That's why I asked the question because I normally, I know if I'm having a really hard time, then there's something going on in the universe. And so when Della sent me the meditation today, I thought, oh, I'm going to have a hard time with this because of the space I'm in. I've had just really a tough time, and like you say, some dredging up of old things that need to be healed, but finding myself in patterns, of freaking out and all of that instead of going into what I preach to everybody else. And so I was really happy though that we record this because I'm hoping, like you say, at a later date, you'll listen to it and you'll be able to embrace it. I feel like that's the energy right now. I see Misty saying the same thing. You feel like you're going through a similar lower vibration.
Yeah, and just going through old traumas and finally releasing them, even though I've been wanting to do it. It's, yeah, just everything that Rachel explained, the exact same thing, plus other things. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll add that for the full moon cycle, I did the list burning. So like I created it and it was hysterical. Like if you watched it, it was hysterical because it went up in flames and everything was going and it was beautiful. And I had like awesome paper that's just fun to burn. It's got like sage in it and whatever. And then it was like pieces of the forgiveness list were like, yeah, we're not going to burn. And I was like, burn, burn, burn. Just I kept picking it back up and reigniting it. Like, no, we're releasing you. But it was like, we really want to stay. It was comical
Oh,
for a moment.
that's good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I hear you. Anybody else? I know, Ashita, you said you're having a week too.
Hey, I don't know if I said it on this call. It's been an interesting week. It's just been an interesting last. I think I told you the year has started out and it's just going really, 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 really fast. Um, but it was difficult for me, but not as challenging as I think it would have been prior because the last several months I've been actively working on affirmations. And so I think what would have been a lot of this was already what I've been practicing for a very long time and on a day-to-day basis. Um, so it was challenging for me comparatively to other weeks, but overall much easier than it would have been, let's say, 2 months ago, just because I've been practicing self affirmations for that long.
Yeah. Yeah. It does seem like it's very intense right now. when I keep saying having a week, it just, I was saying to Barry earlier, I thought last year was the most tumultuous year ever. And apparently we're not done with that. And so, it's not bad things. It's just things that need to be healed. Things that are coming back up to be healed and perhaps deeper than they were before. So, anyone else want to talk? Anything else that you might try or? Yeah, go ahead, Leslie.
I felt like I took it in at a head level just fine, but completely relaxing into the body place of that, I feel like I'm a bit out of practice at and it's sort of I'm, I'm almost speechless. I mean, I know why, but that doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of I really liked what Ashita said in terms of doing affirmations, and I think that to the extent that I have affirmed all that I appreciate about me and my life, that's been very helpful, and that I've been around those of you who are also saying the same things and working the same directions within yourselves. So I thank you for being part of
Yeah.
this journey.
I really like what you just said, though, about you're able to accept it on a head level. And of course, the next words I heard was, oh, but accepting it on a heart level. That is indeed quite a different thing. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's exactly where a lot of us are coming from, for sure. What about you, Tammy? It seems like you want to say something.
What gives you that idea? Actually,
Imagine.
I had a little bit um, of an easier time with it, surprisingly, because usually anything dealing with self-love, I tend to resist. But I really just focused on listening to Della's voice and the words and the relaxation, and that really helped me get to a place um, where I was just consciously not judging what was said. I just kind of let it flow over me and visualized myself. I have this little lake area I've created in my mind where I go and pictured the raindrops on my face and those things. And I think when I go to that space, it helps me absorb whatever the meditation is about. And so
I
for
love
me, it
that
was
because
pretty good.
yeah, you've had such a journey of and forced having to heal. And
Yes.
I feel like that sometimes does make such a difference in your ability to receive healing. So
Yes. And well, and as you know too, the last several months, it has been a journey and things I've been working on. And so uh, I think that has been helpful for me. Um, so
yeah.
thanks, Stella. You have a really nice meditation voice, by the way.
Thank you.
You're
Yes,
welcome. It's very soothing.
thank you.
I just feel bad you guys aren't all here feeling this beautiful energy that Della has.
Sending it, sending it, sending it.
So, so
I
Dot,
felt it.
do you want to add anything or?
Well, there's a couple things going on, but all I was thinking about is Johnny. That's with my little girl, and I'm out there just kicking and playing in the rain out there, just swirling and doing everything and screaming and hollering. Just my kid inside of me that likes to play. So that's what I was doing. at the particular time. So, because I've been doing a lot of work on the self-love and bringing it in and really accepting. I think after you and I had the conversation, it just brought everything down for me. It wasn't this woo-woo stuff anymore, that it actually really was something sustainable and I can apply it and I can do it and it was real. It was real. So everything now is really becoming more clear, very, very much clear. And so real quick. My sister's birthday was Saturday, and she had made a transition a couple of years ago. Um, and I went to Chesapeake Beach. I mean, beach, yeah, the beach, North Beach. And I went to out, and I have a little book, and I was writing her a little note, and I went out to the pier, and I wrote the little note, and I got this hint that said, "Look over," and there were rose petals in the middle of the bay. I had to share that.
That's
Wow.
I had
awesome.
to
That's very cool.
share that. So I'm kind of in that space right now. So yeah.
Yeah,
So what
yeah.
and I looked around and I was like, hold up, who did that? And
Yeah.
tried to justify it away, but there was nobody around. It was just me on this pier, and there's these pebbles out in the bay. So that's so I'm feeling pretty good right now. Feeling awesome.
I love that you're able to accept it. If you don't mind me sharing, we had a nice conversation, a healing conversation to just kind of go over some of these feelings of, the Reiki and the, what we're all here for. And I feel like a lot of times that's what we need to just to kind of anchor us in. And then we can open up to all the magical mystery tour that surround us all the time. So I have to share a funny with you guys before we go. So when Della went into the meditation, I grabbed my phone so I could play the music. And I found just the right music and I put it on here. And then I was worried it was too loud for you guys. I wanted you to be able to hear Della just fine. And about halfway in, I realized the music is only in my ears. Because I have my hearing aids in.
That's funny because I was thinking, I don't remember hearing any
The
music.
phone down, and the moment I'm like, maybe she's getting the phone out of the way. I don't know.
Turned it down and I was like, oh, this is so good. I hope they're getting how beautiful this goes with what she's saying. And then I lost the meditation because I was just cracking up at myself. I'm like, see, this is how your week has been. So I apologize. So if you listen to the meditation again, sometime this month, if you have what did people use? Spotify or have Apple Music, look up the Moses Code meditation. It's from Wayne Dyer. Do you guys remember Wayne Dyer?
Mhm.
And it's just a great meditation, and it goes with the affirmations that she did. It said that if you play this music and you make the I am statements, that this code, it's Moses code that speaks directly to God. And I don't know about all that, but I do know it's really powerful. And those of you that are Reiki healers, which is, I think, every single one of you, this music you've heard in the background during your attunement. So it might bring you back into that real peaceful state. So, and don't listen to it, if you have hearing aids.
That is funny. And, and Thought you were putting music on.
Wow, perfect. But anyway, so, all right, ladies, thank you so much for coming. And as always, if you make a magic wand or anything like that, show it to us, because we would love to see it. And we are running a contest this month. It's not just for yogis, it's for you guys too. So if you have some kind of nice spiritual shirt or something like that, and you want to take a picture of yourself doing your lotus mudra, you could win the next healing space for free. Just saying. So I want to see those pics. So, all right, you guys. Have a
Thank
good
you
evening.
so much.
My pleasure. Our pleasure.
Bye.
See you soon.